Hello everyone, welcome to Such Online Academy. This is Ekechman. Today team I'm going to take you through Java operators, and this is the video number 6 on our playlist object-oriented programming using Java. On this video team, you know that we are first learning the Java programming language, just the basics of it, so that we can actually add the top layer of the object-oriented programming concept. So guys, if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing to this channel, and it motivates us so that we can keep on doing more videos. Also team, there's something that I want to introduce before we dive into our video, which is a new laptop that we are selling at Such Online Academy, and I've felt that for more of you, I'm sure you need these laptops for you to do coding, maybe graphic designing. So we have a machine with good specs. If you want to do programming, or if you want to do graphic designing, or anything that you want to do, this machine is an HP EliteBook 840 G4, and this laptop comes with a touch screen, as well as it's a Core i5, and it's a 7th generation. After all, they've got an SSD drive. I think it's a machine that you need, team. So it's going for $350. What you just need, team, is just to place your order, deposit 50%, and wait for 3 days, so we are importing it for you, and it will land in Zimbabwe within 3 days, or 3 working days, and maximum of 4 days, but normally 3 days. You get your product. So you just pay and get the remainder, and then you get your product. So thank you team, just support us so that we can do more videos. So without wasting much of your time team, let's begin our video. So we are going to start with the basics of Java operators, right? So operators are used to perform operations on variables and values. So normally, if you want to do a certain operation on variables or some certain values, what you need is a Java operator. So what are these operators? So we are going to see when we are diving deeper. But on this example, we are seeing that we are adding maybe 2 values, 150, for us to get a value that we get, and then we store it in an integer variable. If you are following our videos, I'm sure you are good at all these things. And then let's look at these Java operators. How are they grouped? So the Java itself divides the operators into the following groups. We've got the arithmetic operators, the assignment operators, the comparison operators, the logical operators, and the bitwise operators. So on this video, we are mainly going to focus on arithmetic operators, assignment operators, comparison operators, as well as logical operators. Maybe you know operators as a bonus. Yes. So let's look at the arithmetic operator. So before we dive into this team, I have the compiler ready for you so that we do the explanation as well as the application of it, so you get a chance to see me actually demonstrating on how you can use them in your applications. So let's look at the arithmetic operators. I'm sure you are good at this because you have done mathematics and you are good at arithmetic operators. You know how to add, how to subtract, how to multiply, how to divide, maybe to find a remainder, as well as we've got the increment and decrement operator as well as part of the arithmetic operator. So these are used to perform common mathematical operations, just like what you do in mathematics, only that you just want to know how you can do it using Java, just like that. What we just need is the syntax on how you can write this. So I have IDE ready for us so that we can code. So I'm just going to demonstrate maybe on a few of these. So maybe what you just want to do is to have maybe maybe the result, right? What else? Maybe, and B. These are 3 integer variables that I've declared. So maybe I want to put a 5 in this one, and maybe a 2 in P. So what we want to do is to apply these arithmetic operators on 2 variables, which is A and B, and then we store the answer in what? In a result. But why storing the answer in the result? We might not need this one at all. Let me just say this out. Okay team, I just want to print out A plus B, so I'm just going to say A plus B maybe is equal to something else here. So what I'm going to do is to put A plus b, just like that. So let's just test what are we going to get here. What's the result that are we going to get? So if I run this one, what I'm going to get is a plus b is equal to 52. Why am I getting 52? It's just because this one I'm adding this to a string. So how can I do this so that I can get the exact value of this one? Because maybe if I just remove this one, you're just going to see that we are going to get a 7. Why? Because it's a plus b. So here it's like as if I'm adding maybe a and b to a certain string. So maybe if I wrap this one in brackets there and then I'll run this, what I'm going to get is what? It's a 7. So I'm saying do this and then add it to what? Add it to this string. So guys, if you try to add a string to a number, you're just going to get a string concatenation. You are just going to take that string and then you concat it with that number. So take note of that. So I need to put the numbers in what? In brackets. So I can do the same with okay, instead of wasting much of time typing, let me just take this and then I'll change the sign there. Maybe I just want to do the subtraction, a minus b. Maybe what I want is the what? Okay, maybe what I want is the division, a divides b. Yes, maybe what else? What I want there? Maybe I want the modulus. The modulus. Where's my percentage? I'm just looking for. Okay, I saw it. The modulus operator. On this one, maybe this is the one that you want to learn more, to understand more. This one will give you the remainder. This one will give you the remainder, just like that. We give you the remainder. You say a divided by b, and then we are going to get a value, but we want the remainder. That's where you use the modulus operator there. What else do I need? There are some of the operators. I think I need the multiplication as well, the multiplication as well, the multiplication as well, which is this one, a times b. That's what I need there. Okay, just like that. And then maybe the increment and the decrement operator, which is a plus plus, maybe this one, the increment operator, which is going to increment a by 1. It's just going to increment a by 1. And then I just need also the decrement operator, which is going to decrement a by 1, just like that. So if I just run this, let me see what I'm going to get. What I'm going to get is what? It's just like this. You see, team, I have 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. A minus b, which is 5 minus 2, I'm going to get a 3. A divides b, what I'm going to get is a 2. And then a modulus b, which is a remainder. 2 into 5 is 2 remainder 1, so I'm going to get a 1 as a remainder. Then the multiplication, then the increment operator. If you say a plus plus, I'm going to get a what? Why am I getting a 5 here on a plus plus while my a is what? So there's what we call a postfix and a prefix. So whenever you're using an increment operator and a decrement operator, you need to take note of that. So what I'm doing here, team, is just I'm saying use the value of a and then add. So for me to get the actual value that I want for this one, I need to start by incrementing, and then I use the value of a. Here I have to decrement, and then I'll use what? The value of a, just like that. So instead of doing this decrementing and then incrementing, so with this one, team, you're just going to see that you see that at the first I incremented the value of a, and then so I think I was supposed to use this one. It's a first increment. So there's the prefix and the postfix. If you say a plus plus, is what is going to be done is that we are first going to use the value of a, and then we increment the value later by 1. If we are going to say plus plus a, we are saying first increment the value of a by 1 and then use that value. So that's what we are doing here. That's what we are doing here. That's why you're seeing that we are getting a 6 here, because our a was 5, so it was increment the value of a to 6 and then print out that value, just like that. So there's what we call post prefix, post and then a prefix, just like that. So that's all on the arithmetic operators. So you can combine them, or you can just use them just like this, or you can say a plus b minus b, like what you do in mathematics, just like that. It's going to work, team. So let's move on to the next operators, and these are the assignment operators, the Java assignment operators. So these assignment operators are used to assign values to a variable. So just like what you do in mathematics when you say let x be equal to 10, just like that. So you're assigning values to a variable, and normally that sign that we're using as equal sign is the one that we are going to use here. So it's no longer an equal sign when you are in programming, it's an assignment operator. I will show you later which one is an equal sign in programming. So team, if you look at this is the list of all the assignment operators, but all these assignment operators are being made from just one single assignment operator that we are using as equal sign in programming, just like that. So I'm just going to show you maybe a little of these operators on how you can use them. Maybe you are going to see them being used somewhere else, and you'll be actually, what's this? So I'm just going to show you a few, or the most common one that will be used. The rest you just learn as you go. The shift operators, whatever, like just going to learn as you go. So on this, before diving into that, let me just do a demonstration on Java assignment operators. So team, if you came here, if you see, if I want to assign a certain value into a, you see that I'm going to use this assignment operator, like a b equal to 5. It's not an equal sign, but I'm assigning a 5 into a. So when you're seeing in a is a variable which is holding a value what 5. Why? Because I've assigned that variable a value 5. So what about all other these operators? What do they do? Normally we use them whenever you want to shorten, like here we are saying, maybe you want to say a is equal to a plus b, just like that. Maybe you want to say our a is equals to a plus b. Okay, so maybe you want to use these things later. Let me comment them out. Just want to comment all of them out. Okay, this is a multiple line commenting. Maybe I just want to take this one line alone, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to display this value of a. Let me display the value of a just like that. I'm going to display the value of a, right? Let me just display that the value of a is equal to something. Let me run this. You're going to see that the value of a is equal to 7. Why am I getting 7? Because I'm saying a is equals to a plus b, and you know that our b is equal to 2. So how can I shorten this? How can I shorten this? You can even take this one as what? Is assigning a value after adding a and b into a, just like that. So a is equals to a plus b can be shortened as a plus equal to b, just like that. So whenever we run this, so whenever we run this, we are going to get a, we are going to get the value of a as a result of adding a and b. So if I run this, we are just going to get the same output. So it's just the same thing as putting a minus here. What you're going to get is a is equals to a minus b. So it's just like a shorthand of writing this, just like that. So this is what you call an assignment operator, but it's now a compound statement. It's no longer like we are just saying let a be equal to 5, or let a be equal to this, or we are assigning a certain value to a. It's now assigning a certain value to a after doing a certain what? A certain operation. So this one is just like we are creating a compound what? Statement of a is equal to a plus b, just like that. So I think that's all on Java assignment operators. For all other operators, you can actually implement and try to test, and you see the result, just like that. So let's look at the Java comparison operators. This is what we call Java comparison operators. So the comparison operators are used to compare two values, just like that. If you want to compare two values, just use the comparison operators. Like you can use x is greater than or equal to y, so they return true or false. If x is greater than y, you are going to get a true, else you're going to get a false, just like that. So you can actually test this one on this. If you are going to see, is it a greater than what? B. So let me check if a is greater than what? It's greater than b. And what are we going to get here? Okay, so this one you cannot add a string to what? to a logical statement which is going to get, so we are going to get a true. Why? Because our a is 5. It's no longer 5 because we've actually done some operation here. So let me remove this one but we are still going to get a true. Why? Because our a is greater than 5. So these are what we call comparison operators, and we have a list of all these comparison operators. We've got the equal sign. This is the equal sign in programming, where you have those double assignment operators. That's the equal sign. So you can test if a is equal to b. So you can do it by just doing this one, and then if you run this, you are going to get false. Why? Because a is not equal to what? B. But if I just put a true here, you're just going to get a is equal to b, just like that. So you're going to get a true there. Then in not equal, the not equal is there to what? To test if they are not equal, right? So if I put an exclamation mark here, it's now, is it a not equal to b? If it's a yes, we are going to get a true. Otherwise, we are going to get a false. Why are we going to get a false? Because a is actually equal to b. So a is not equal to b. Unless if I change this one maybe to 5 again, that's where I'm going to get a what? A true. Just like that. So it's the same with the greater than. So these symbols are just like the way you know them in mathematics. The greater than, the less than, just like that. Is it x greater than y, or x is less than y, just like that. Then there's greater than or equal to. This is how you write it, greater than or equal to. You put the greater than sign and then you put the equal sign. For a less than or equal to, you just put less than and an equal sign, or the assignment operator, just as we said. So team, on these ones, they just work like what they do in mathematics. It's only that how are you going to write it in Java programming, just like that. Just like that. That's what you want to learn, the syntax. And it's just like what we are doing here. If I want to write greater than or equal to, I just have to do this. So I will check if a is greater than or equal to that, and I'll get a true. So all these comparison operators, we are going to use them normally with if statements. When you want to do maybe something after some statements are true, whatever, something is true, so you just need to use all these comparison operators so that you can actually evaluate the statement and do something. So there's what we call the Java logical operators. So you can also test for true or false values with the logical operators. How are you going to use these logical operators? I used to determine the logic between variables or values, or maybe you've got some statements that you want to use these logical operators. And normally these logical operators, you learn them in discrete mathematics, mathematical foundations. There are a blend of them, and they are there. So here it's just showing you how you can use them. There's the AND operator, which is actually trying to use the logical AND. Like I'm sure you know the logic gates, or the logical gates. The logic gates, just like that. So it returns true if both the statements are true. We've got the logical OR, which returns true if one of the statements is true. And then we've got the logical NOT, which is like reverse the result by returns false if the result is true. So normally on the AND or and the logical NOT operator, these operators, they just work like those ones that we know, but maybe for just showing you how you can use them. You can use them whenever you want to evaluate. Maybe you have two statements that you want to evaluate. You want to evaluate the first and the second, and then you do something if both they are true, or if one of them are true, or you want to negate the result there if they are true, and then you do the opposite one, which is the not, just like that. So maybe like here what I can do is maybe I can say if what. So for the if statement team, you see this in our next video where you are going to learn about the if statement. So if you do not understand the if statement, team, be around on the next video, which is the video number 7. You will learn everything about if statement, if else, whatever is there, you are going to learn everything about it. So here team, just think of, we are saying if some statement is true, and then let's do this, just like that. So what I'm going to do is to take this statement and put it inside, and what I'm going to do is to check if a is greater than or equal to b, then print what? Print true, just like that, right? Print true, just like that. So if I run this, I'm getting a true. So you can actually put the logical operators. You want to check if A is greater than what? Is greater than B, and if A is also something, just like that. So maybe I can say if A is greater than B, and then if you want to check another, you can use and what? And maybe if A is equal to what? Is equal to 5, then do this. So I'm saying if A is greater than B and if A is equal to 5, then do this. So what I will do is I'm going to get a true there. Why? Because A is greater than 5, both A is greater than 2, and also A is equal to 5. What if I put a 6 here? What is going to happen is that I'm not going to get anything. Why? Because this statement is not going to be executed. Why? Because the A is not equal to 6. Yes, it's true that A is greater than B, but A is not equal to 5. What about if I put an or? So that's an and. If it is an and, this statement must be true as well, this one, for us to get a true. But what if I put an or? What I'm going to get is true here. Why? Because A is greater than B. So once if A is greater than B, because we are using an or operator, doesn't check the other side just because there is an or. So there is no need of checking if one statement becomes true, just like that. So this is how you use the Java logical operator. So I think, team, that's what that we are supposed to learn from this video on Java operators. So guys, thank you for watching this video to the end, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you can motivate us to do more videos, and we'll be always ready, team, to provide you with the videos that you want. Just put the comment in the comment section. Whenever you want us to do something for you, just write it in the comment section. Also, don't forget, guys, to check our website where you'll be uploading the articles. We put the videos there and related articles for that topic. Guys, don't forget also to place orders for our computers that we are selling. Thank you for watching this video.